Hi everyone, in this video I'd like to talk about 5 creative ways to piano practice. One is to identify the problems. A lot of people practice a lot and they say I want to get better at the piano, but they are not very clear what they want to be good better at. Okay? Yes, they want to play through the song more smoothly, but what is it? Okay? So do you know the notes, like the pitch, okay, the letters, right? Where are the notes on the piano? Or maybe it's the rhythm, like they don't count the rhythm right. Okay, you need to hit the pulse, right? The 1, 2, 3, 4, and then where the notes occur in the count, right? So clapping it would be helpful, knowing the rhythm very well. It could be a technique problem, like, oh, I keep playing it, but it's still, I cannot play smoothly because I'm hitting the keys too hard, or I'm not, doing it in a smooth, circular, continuous motion, that can be one of the big problems actually I see through the years. So working on the technique is very helpful. Sometimes you want to work on the technique in the song, create exercise or find exercise that helps you work on the song. Other times you might want to work on the technique outside the song. Right? You want to work on, for example, I have a problem with the trill, so you want to work on the trill separately, and then okay, this particular trill in the song. Like, hey, you have a problem as you're playing just the trill, don't work on the black key and the white key because it's harder. So you want to work on maybe just on the white key, work on the rotation, right? And then slowly, okay, this is pretty good, and then you work on going back to the patterns that you're working on in the song. Or like an arpeggio, for example, I cannot play even the arpeggios smoothly, so you want to work on the arpeggiation and then go back to the song. This is the part, particular patterns you have in the song. Sometimes it's a fingering problem, like the finger is not very good, like you try to put the thumb on the black key. Sometimes you have to, but a lot of times it's not the most efficient, so you want to see if that's the fingering problem. Of course, if you're a teacher, it's easy to fix that because you can ask your teacher. But sometimes you don't have a teacher, then you might want to go online and find addition and look at the fingerings. See they have a different fingering pattern for you. You can try it. 2 is to practice in small increments. Instead of practicing the song over and over again from beginning to end, or practicing 2 pages, you want to work on maybe 1 phrase, like 8 bars, 4 bars, sometimes even 1 bar. I will work on like 1 note just to check, see how loud or soft, what kind of touch I want to do with that 1 note. So you can work on small details like that. When there is a problem playing smoothly, you might want to work on 4 bars, so fix the problem and then try to play through, right, the 4th to the 5th bar, maybe play through 1 to 6, or then 1 to 8, right? So try to work through it like that. And then identifying the problem is very important. So if I have like 10 problems, I write out, bar 56, I always play the wrong note there, or like bar 5, I always have the fingering problem, or like bar 108, I have a coordination problem, or I always miss the sharp notes. So try to like identify this problem and try to fix them. Right? You don't always fix everything in one session, obviously. So maybe today I'm gonna work on the top 3. Usually the top 3 are the most important and usually the most difficult ones. So you might not be able to fix it right away. So you might want to work on, you're gonna set a time, maybe 10-15 minutes for this 1 problem, and then move on to the next one. Sometimes you want to work a little longer, just like, I'm really close to fixing it, And then next day you might want to play through that, see if you improve, or at the end of the session you want to play through that to see where am I at. I like to give myself a number, percentage of where I'm at with a song. Let's say it's 100% is perfect, obviously. Then I want to see where I'm at. Just give myself a number. Let's say I'm 80% now. So after I practice for an hour, or maybe at the end of the week, I'm going to assess myself. Where am I at now? Have I improved? Maybe 82% or 85, or like, hey, maybe it's the same. See if I solve some of the problems that I identified in the list. See if hopefully I can cross out some of them, and maybe you find something else, or like, hey, I'm solving some of the problems, and it's like, great, so next week you can focus on narrow down to like all the top, 3 problems or the 5 problems. 3, coordination. A lot of people have a coordination problem. They say, I can play the right hand, I can play the left hand, but I cannot put them together. Most of the time it's the pulse. The pulse is, where's the 1, 2, 3, 4, like the 1 count, 2, 3, the 4 count. And then where are the notes inside the 1 count? Because sometimes people just say, okay, I'm gonna play, is this note faster because it's a dotted rhythm, so I play it faster, and then the 16th note is, okay, just play faster. No. So you have to really know where the count is. Like if it's a dotted rhythm, let's say dotted 8th and the 16th. So the dotted 8 has 3 16 and then the 16. So you have to go, you know how that, right? You have to know where the subdivisions of the notes. Okay. So then you'll be most precise, and then you know where each note is. Usually, pianists especially, they care more about hitting the right keys, but not how long the keys are. So that usually is why there's a coordination problem. They can play one hand and they cannot play the other. Eventually, what you want is have an inner pulse, right? You develop the pulse, so then you know, and then also know, okay, where the rhythm goes and how fast it goes in the context of the 1 count. And you can actually clap, if you don't know how to play the notes correctly, right, with the right rhythm. Take away playing the notes part, right? Try to just like, do those clapping of just the rhythm, and then play it. Because then you're only focusing on just the rhythm, right? Isolate just one problem and solve that, and then play them. Sometimes it's good to like clap or tap on one leg. Maybe just the left hand. Okay, I don't know how to play them together, so maybe tap the left hand rhythm, and, or play on one note, and then play the right hand, or actually tap them together. Because eventually, what you're doing when you play piano, both hands, is you're doing the rhythm. Different rhythm is most likely it's gonna be different rhythm on left hand and then different rhythm on the right hand. So if you cannot tap them, you're not gonna be able to play them together. So it's very hard, and then some people just give up. If you want to be able to play them together, you have to be able to tap them. 4, singing. Singing is very helpful for music expression, right? Sometimes people say, oh, I don't know how loud it should go, right? There's no dynamics, or, should there be a crescendo? What should I do here? Is there a gotcha accent? Should I take time here? When you sing it, you can feel the melody, because it's a melody, right? You can know, oh, okay, you can feel the melody is rising. Okay, that's the time probably, okay, I want to go a bit louder, or maybe if I want to take time, that's probably the time that you want to do it, and vice versa. You don't have to sing really well. I mean, I think most people like singing, just they are shy, or they think, oh, I'm not good. I only sing in the shower or by myself in the car, But singing is fun. Most people like singing, and it's very helpful to get the music expression and, like where you breathe. I mean, even at the piano, you need to breathe. But I'll talk about those in another video. So for the phrasing, it's very helpful. And then also, actually, it helps you to remember the music better, memorize it better, instead of trying to like circle all the sharps and flats, Doing the solfege is very helpful. The solfa names, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, because that helps you to know the relationship between the notes. But you don't have to if you don't know the solfege. It's highly recommended. You can also just la, 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 you don't have to sing the solfege. So it's a good exercise, and it's also a creative way to practice a song. There are so many ways to practice a song. So that leads me to number 5, have fun. It's very important to have fun at your practice, because let's face it, after a while you get bored. Oh God, I've been practicing for so long. And, at the beginning of practicing a song, it's always like, oh wow, I'm getting so good, right? Because you just started. And then it starts to like, okay, it doesn't go, improve like as quick as I want to be. And then you get plateau. And then the worst is, even you practice more, it gets worse. So that's the worst part that can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone. It happen to even professionals. So that's the time that you need to like pause and see what you are doing wrong or how you can do it differently, maybe. So have fun is when you practice, a song, trying to create different exercises. I do that all the time, do it differently. Practice differently is, I have a problem with the jump, I like even actually make it like harder jump, or things like that. Create exercises to do it differently, practice differently. And sometimes it's good to play through the song, right? At the end of the session, like, just enjoy the song, listen to the song. Okay, I'm playing this beautiful piece. Even I'm not there yet, it's still good to like, I'm working on the song. So that's to encourage yourself, really, to like, hey, I'm doing good. I don't get all the improvement I get in one session or even like the whole month, but hey, I'm working on it. I'm getting better. That's why the numbers help. Listen to yourself helps. Record yourself and then listen to it, so you have a more objective way to assess yourself. Of course, having a teacher helps. Even you don't have a teacher all the time, a regular, teacher. You can have somebody to, assess you, periodically. So that's very helpful, because you can practice all you want. You can practice, 5 hours a day, but if you don't know what you're practicing, you're doing it wrong, then you are not going to get better. Yeah. So I hope these tips help, and for more practical and fun ways to practice, please check out all the videos in this channel. And until next time.